Oh, we got somebody here. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see who's up tonight, who's hot, who's not, who's going to be around, and who is too round to be around. Let's see. I just want to educate folks tonight. And actually tell you about the three. Actually, I have a report now. If you remember, I set up 34 separate video training programs on how to get money out. So you don't have to. A lot of my videos really are an hour or something like that. But these are just short little programs to find things that you really need. And you can get a whole list of these for free if you're a member. If you're not, you can find a lot of it on YouTube and go back through my videos, because I got about 3,000 of them now on YouTube. But here I ran into it. Oh, hi, Holly. I don't know. Here's a new kind of, you've heard of Uber and Lyft and those kinds of. There's new ones now called Zoom, and it is Zoom. Let's see, it's Ride Zoom. And that's a good way, because that if you're worried about, if you didn't want to do one of these driving things, the Ubers and Lyft and get all stranded. This is just for kids. In other words, this is a driving company that you could drive for, and all you do is pick up kids going to school, going to soccer practice, going to dances, or all this kind of. It's all aimed at kids, so busy moms don't have to drive anymore or hire a nanny to take them around. They just call Zoom. And what's interesting too, that this is a new hot thing, in Silicon Valley. How can I get a vehicle with no money? Well, Anthony, I have a report that shows you there are nonprofit organizations that give money, that give it. A woman I know pretty well, she got one for free, and she put her name in, and they gave it to her. And that's so. It depends how to find it. If you're not a member, I have a free report that shows you all this. But a good way to start is your local 211. Or remember, if you're going to Google anything like that, remember, only look at .org or .com. Or .gov. Don't look at anybody else. And start 211 and be looking for vehicles, because there are also government programs. Depends on where you live. There's some national ones, a lot of them. But this Ride Zoom, is that what I said? Ride Zoom? What the heck is it? Ride Zoom. Okay, that's it. But there's other ones too. So if you're looking for ways to make extra money and like driving kids around, that may or may not be your thing. But here are some others. Besides there's called Gov't, another one called Kango, Kango, and another one called Bubble, Bubbl, and another one Hop, Skip, and Jump. And here's another interesting, and it's an article that I read in the Washington Post about that. If you want to look at that article, here's the name of it. Zoom aims to join DC's, DC's Transport Dash. So there's no way. And all these new kind of companies are ways that you can make extra money. And that's what they live on. And by the way, just now, I just saw a headline about an hour ago. Any advice about getting government contracts? Yes. Hold on. But I just saw an article about an hour ago on Vox, VOX, and they do good independent research and stuff like that. Apparently, California just passed a law. I don't know how far it is, but they passed it somewhere in the legislation that are going to allow Uber and Lyft people to be employees and not just freelancers. So that means you have access to benefits, and you have access to legal help if they screw you over and stuff like that. As a contractor, you got nothing but money. Sorry, want to know about starting a nonprofit in New Mexico? That's easy. Yes, I'm about government contracts. Government contracts, there is something called PTAC, P-T-A-C. Now, you can probably Google that, PTAC, and make sure it's a .org, PTAC, and make sure it's a .org. And that is a nonprofit that gives grants all around the country, cities all around the country, to help you get government contracts. It's really aimed at small businesses, but the large businesses use it. See, I used to use all this stuff to help Fortune 500 companies, grow their business. And what would happen, I'd find these government programs, and they're really for small business, but anybody could use them. So I'd show these fat cats how to use it, and I'd charge them thousands and thousands of dollars. Now I only charge $20, and I'll show anybody, because it's really for anybody. The fat cats don't need help. Believe me, and actually they're boring to work for too. And that's why I quit. I'd rather help the average person on the street who really needs this stuff, and it's there and for everybody. And write contracts. My sister gets government contracts. She frames stuff, like paintings on the wall or whatever. And she, out of her garage, practically, somewhere in the middle of Virginia, she does about $1 million worth of business, just on government contracts. And it's something you're going to have to learn. And that's why these organizations teach you. So if you Google how to get a government contract, you're going to get all these hucksters that are going to charge you thousands of dollars. And I have videos of government officials who do this, and how they say right in the video there how you don't need to hire anybody to figure out how to get a contract or be approved or certification and all that. No, you don't. All that stuff is for free. Now, it's a little different. See, you and I don't know how to work with free people as much because we're used to spending money to buy services. And when you spend money, people will be nice to you, right? Because they want to get more money from you. Heather, how you doing? Or Matthew, can I get a free coffee, please? Yes, I have those 34 reports, Heather. Yes, I'll look at this later and make sure you get a list. I'm going to put the list, I hope, in another on the discussion board. But I'm going to read all these notes tomorrow morning and make sure you get it. So if you don't get it by the end of the day, there's 34. And what it is, the report I send you is really 34 links. And that sends you to the 34 other links, that each one of those links is a separate little tutoring class. It's a course, like how to get $75,000 to develop a new product for marketing, or get $50,000 for a microloan for working capital, or how not to pay for lawyers and get lawyers for free, or $5,000 to get customers overseas. All these kinds of things that are available to people, but they don't know. Or how to make an extra $800 from your backyard, as a real estate investor, right? And this is a new thing that's really growing. I mean, housing is a big problem in our country. So this is a way now for the average person, if you have a backyard, that you can be a real estate investor. And it's not big money, but you can do it in other people's backyard too and grow it. But starting out with just clearing $800 a month is pretty good. I want to learn how to research and learn what you do. Love to teach you. How do I access those videos? Member of Lesko Help. So here's how to become a member of Lesko Help. It's only $20. I don't want to be the fat cat guy. I want to be the $20 guy to get you all you need for $20. I mean, that's always been my dream in life. Everybody you talk to, marketing people, they all want to charge as much money as you could get. I don't think that's right. And I want to make a living. I want to be self-supporting and get it as cheap as I can. Lesko Help. That's truthfully what I think that is a problem with capitalism. I mean, we're here to help each other, right? But capitalism has screwed up the game a bit, because what happens when somebody starts a business now, they really wind up working for their investors, okay? So we don't work for customers, we work for investors, and that's what's important, to realize, because that's who they're trying to please. And the investors, all they want is more money. All the time, they want more money. And that's, realize that. That's why when you call people and they're so professional and they don't seem, oh, you're a member already, great. So ask me, go to the Facebook group and ask me for a copy of that 34 courses. And I'll give you that list of courses. But so anyway, back to the people who are only after money. I mean, they say they're into pleasing the customer, but they're not. They're asking for money, and that's how they work for the people, their investors, or the fat cats. Whoever gave money, that's who their God is, right? And that's who they're working for, and they know it, and you know it, but yeah, sometimes you forget because they tell you, "Oh, I have your interest at heart." They don't. They have their investors' interest at heart more. And actually, there's something called a fiduciary rule, and that's really for that's really for people who sell you anything in the financial services. Your investment advisor, things like that. They're supposed to have your interest first, and people don't do that hardly at all anymore. So the government came out with a law that says, okay, anybody in that business has to do that. That's now the law. And they got rid of that law. This administration got rid of that law where any financial advisor has to have your interest first. Now they don't care. They could lie, cheat, and steal from you because they're trying to make money. Oh, this is your best investment in the world because that's the best thing that they're going to make more money from. Ah, Samantha, nice to see you. One cup of this, one cup of that, great. And so there's a lot of businesses that try to do that, and that's right. One kind of business for sure, does that. It's what's called a B corporation. That's where you organize, and not only that your investors are you have in mind, but there's three things you have to have: your employees and the community, and that's why you're in business, is to help to do right by your investors, do right by employees, and do right by the community. The red sails, what's that? I am tired of working and barely making it and suffering so much. I am hating being alive, so much stress, and I feel hopeless and oppression, and I don't know if I'm going to have a job next week. A lot of people are like that, Victor from the Bronx. And it hurts my heart when I see that. Victor, I think there's a couple things you should do first thing in the morning. Okay, first thing in the morning, call you're in the Bronx, right? Okay, find the local career one stop. That's what you want to do. The local career one stop. Okay, and you go there and make an appointment. See somebody belly to belly that you want to get trained for a better job. Okay, 55 years old. Good. No, this is for you. Okay, that. And now the other thing you want to do, oh gosh, what the heck is the name of that? Ready? Ready? R-E-A-D-Y? No, right or not? No. Steady. Yeah, okay. Now here's another thing. Okay, now you go to something called Steady App. STADY app.com. Okay, go to steadyapp.com and start learning about the opportunities in the gig economy. This is a way to make extra money. It's not going to be big money, but it's a way to stay alive, to make extra money, and have control of your life. See, when you're working for somebody 24/7, they have control of your life. When you work for the gig, the robot has control, but the robot doesn't give a shit if you're there or not. So you have more control that way. So that's now I have one of my reports are on that, which is about 50 pages that shows you all the opportunities in the gig economy. But this one is a good place to start. Steadyapp.com. And it leads you through where you are, what kind of gig economy jobs are where you are. And you're in the Bronx, Manhattan area, there'll be a ton of things. And you just go try one. You try one on a Saturday. You don't blow your job and have more financial stress because now you have no money. No, you keep that until you find something else. Okay, is there a way to get a grant or funding to start a nonprofit? Yes, I have one of my reports that I send out is that. It shows you the 10 best places to get a grant or nonprofit for a nonprofit. And the first thing to do, don't become a nonprofit. Look for money first before you decide to become a nonprofit. Because when you start looking for the money, then you see what money is available for, and you may not have to be a nonprofit. So don't become a nonprofit before you find the money source that looks like you can use to be a nonprofit. I also want to start it. Okay, well, you're a member, right? BR1ZE23, you remember? Just go on, the Facebook group, closed group, and ask me for, just say you want to start a nonprofit, okay? And remember, you give me 24 hours. If I don't answer you in 48 hours, I'm sorry, you just start yelling your butt off at me. Hey, Lesko, you old fart. Yeah, you forgot about me. I am so tired. I go straight into bed. Yeah, no, you got it, because that's ruining your health. And you know that. This is why you're calling for help. So they're the two things initially. If you're in financial trouble, you want to get a handle on that too, on your financial trouble. And in the Bronx area, there's a lot of nonprofit organizations. That's another place where you want to go, and every place that you find these nonprofit organizations. Sit down. Don't Google this stuff, because you're just going to get people who are going to sell you things. And we're not smart enough to deal with those people and get around them. So just don't deal with them at all. That's the safest thing to do. And you want to go to this. If you're not a member, I'll send you a report if you're a member. All the places locally to check. If you're not a member, go to www.hud.gov. Okay, HUD.gov, and you put in counseling in their little search they have. Okay, in the little search bar, put in counseling. Take the Saturdays to work with you to change my life. Good. Take the Saturdays to work with you change. Yeah, that's it. Just take a Saturday, try one of these gig things. If it screws up, you don't like it, try another one. That's it. It's sort of like dating. If you want to look for a partner, you just don't date one person and say, oh, all women are terrible, right? Or all I have off. Oh, I see. Good. Yeah. Sorry. Every Saturday you try a new one. Okay. And that's what it is. It may or may not work out. Dates may or may not work out. Yeah. But if you don't try, nothing ain't going to work out. Right. But see those people, see the one-stop career, because there may be some easy things that they could hook you up with quickly, get a decent job and some training and things like that. You want to know about those options. And then looking at how you can make extra money in the gig economy, slowly do that part-time. You see how it is, so you can build it up. Because nothing is going to be big in the beginning. It's going to be small, and but you're going to have to use your sniffer. Use your sniffer. Hey, is there something here maybe? It's sort of like a date. When you meet somebody and you say, hey, yeah, I think there's something there, but you're not getting married yet, right? But you think there's something there, and then you go on another date and things like that, and you see how it works out. Matthew, I want to learn to take your course on researching and do what you do to help myself and others. Oh, I'd love to talk to you more about that. So shoot me a note. Shoot me your resume too, if you got. Mr. Lesko, it's me, Jordan from Lancaster. Terrific. Lancaster, PA. I grew up not far from there, Wilkesboro, Pennsylvania. McPan, hi, Red Tail, it's me. What to do? Please use advocacy groups that please use advocacy groups that charge monthly fee. The POTS, I'm not sure what you mean by that. I mean, advocacy groups are cool. Most that I know don't charge because they're usually nonprofit organizations. I have to charge because I stay in business. And I feel I'm somewhat of an advocacy group, but that's it. Hi, the Marching Elite Music and Arts. I remember you. Mr. Lesko, that's my father. He died. I'm Matthew. I posted this on Lesko Help also. Okay, so just now. Good. Okay. Yes, it is. There's so much to do in life, and that's why. And it's not perfect to begin with, and so don't try to build perfect. First of all, nobody makes perfect, and you got to build perfect. Hi, listening from Brooklyn, New York. Hi, Angela. I need cash to flip houses in PA. Is that Lancaster, PA? Okay, well, you may or may not find them there. And that's the bottom line. but there's probably 100 government programs that give money to help you do that. Okay. Now, whether they work for you, it's like anything else. I could show you where 100 women are looking for dates are, but they may or may not go out with you, right? So it's the same thing with government money or programs or any kind of opportunity. So people want everything guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. I can't guarantee anything. I can only guarantee that the stuff I give you is real, whether you get it or not. There's a whole lot of other things in the middle there that may or may not happen. I need to work for myself. I do too, boy. I'd work for somebody after 6 months and I say, oh, I got to get out of here. And that's it. Now you're going to work harder, but then you don't have somebody else on your back. Now that's to me what I do. Any help in California? Man, you betcha. There's anywhere. It doesn't matter where you're. Timbuktu. Is there a Timbuktu? I know there's one in Africa. I don't think we have a Timbuktu in the States. But anywhere, yes. They're just called something else. And it's digging, and they, you don't know what to ask for. That's why. And so that's why you try to be as vague as possible. The one thing you should not do is never ask for a grant. If you're looking for money to do anything in life, never ask for a grant, okay? Don't even ask for money. Just say you need assistance. That's what you start with. No matter where you are, you need assistance, okay? And because you want to see what's there. Because the government has lots of loans you don't pay back. Well, that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? But if you say grants, you're missing that stuff. Or they'll pay the bills for you, and they don't call that. Or the biggest government money program that the government has is called direct payments. Now, if you didn't say direct payments, you wouldn't see it. So that's why don't say that. Do I offer mentoring? Yes, what I have is here, you make an appointment. I charge like $2 a minute. And usually within about 15, 20 minutes, I could solve most any problem. I don't solve a problem. Show you a way to possibly solve a problem. And that's what it's all about. So leskohelp.talk. Yeah, and that may be a way for us to get to know each other that way. Well, I need a lot of... Angela, what are you trying to do, Angela? Holly and Heather. Hiya. Holly and Heather, don't forget, ask me for a copy of the 34 courses that I have. And it's really, you may have some of them already, but I just complete a list of all of them. Okay, and that's it. I need to be informed and work with you. Oh, well, that's nice. Start a business. Wow. Okay. Now, I think the biggest thing with starting a business, I'll show you a report. If you remember, I got a video that shows you why most people who are starting a business will never find a grant. Yeah. And that's just true. Now, there's hundreds, thousands of them out there. Okay. But, and most people don't, because they're looking for grants, and they're more than that. And truthfully, when you're looking for money for your business, don't say that. Don't say you want a grant. Just say, I want to start a business. That's all you have to have. Okay. You have no money? No. Okay. And then you look, what kind of programs do you have that help people start businesses? That's how you start doing it. Yeah. And here's a good place to start looking this. It is, you want look at meetup.com. And look for entrepreneurs, business startups, and stuff like that. Hang around people that are doing this so you see what they found, particularly real estate investors. That's a great place for real estate investors to go to because there's always groups. I've gone to meetings here in Washington, D.C. of real estate investors. People have been doing it part-time, full-time, for years, and they help you for free. Do not take a course on this. I'm a music artist, and I need assistance in song promotion. Okay, I need you or the video. Okay, what was that before? I forgot what okay, song promotion. Okay, I know, Meetup. Right. I go to a lot of those because it's a way to learn. I don't know what to ask for myself. So that's what I do is show you things that here's what to ask for. Okay. If you're a nonprofit, okay, I show you how to ask for, raise money with Bitcoin. Now, this is, I think, one of the biggest opportunities for nonprofits now is Bitcoin, because we have all these Bitcoin millionaires who can now give their Bitcoin to nonprofits for free. They don't have to pay taxes on the money they make. And so you get all this stuff, and it costs nothing for you to take somebody's Bitcoin and get it into dollars in 10 seconds. You open up a Bitcoin wallet, you shove it in there, and at least put it on your website so people know they can give you Bitcoin, and then they don't have to pay tax on the money or anything. I was in bed and woke up to listen to you. Wow, I woke you up. I'm sorry. I hope you get something on that. I need that, Matt. Well, that's the way I can help people best. That's what I really like now is the Lesko help. That's the closed Facebook group. It's $20 a month, and here I give out a course, 2 or 3 a week. Probably. But there, most importantly, you ask me a personal question. What do you need money for? Okay, here, you need money to start a business. Tell me where you live, and I'll show you the places to start that. And then when that doesn't work, say, hey, okay, this shit doesn't work now. What do I do? Okay, I have something. Okay, here are 6 other places. When you've looked for a grant or loan to start a business and you couldn't find one, then here's 6 other ways to start your business without that. Okay. See, the whole game in life is just not stopping. People will try one thing, say, oh shit, that doesn't work. I have to go and get a job at Safeway or whatever it is. No, I mean, the thing in life is you don't know what works until after it happens. So that's why you're just looking for ideas. That's what I try to do and give to people. The main thing is you don't want to spend a lot of money looking. You have to try a lot of things. Try. You're going to fail. I've written 100 books and only 10 made money. That's right. So I have real solid data that I'm only right 10% of the time. So take that to the bank. And that's good. I mean, to me, look at baseball players. Our big hitters are only hit the ball a third of the time or whatever. That's a good player. Looking for living expenses to return to school. Well, I don't know if you signed up anywhere yet, Fleet, but I'd be careful where you sign up. If you remember, I'll send you a video of how to get, if you're going to school, like college kind of stuff, how to get most of that for free. That's getting more and more free now. Actually, look at, here's Hampton. Okay, Hampton offers Bahamian students a free semester. The people got knocked out by the hurricane. All those students now can go to a college in Virginia for free. And that's, well, here, what did I say? A Morehouse University, okay, is using a crowdfunding campaign to pay for college scholarships. And that's another wonderful place. Or actually, another thing right now, I don't know if you could get a whole year of college for free, all for free, and I don't have the name off the top of my head, by taking a test. You take courses on the internet that teach you the subject, you take the test, and that's college credit, all for free. Okay, and you get a whole semester. So a whole year. So you get 1 whole year for free just by doing it on the internet. Okay, all for free. Yeah, they teach you for free, take the course for free, and that's a whole year. That could be $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, depending on where you're going to school. I want to open up a business in Ashtabula, Ohio. Well, depends on what kind of business, but a good place to start is your local. Your local county wants you to do that. Your local city wants you to do that. Actually, Ohio, man, in Columbus, they have a great place. And so just call up 211, in Ohio there, and ask them for the Economic Development Office in Columbus, and tell me you want to start a business. And that's a good place to start. Now, if that doesn't work out, see, that's the thing. What are you going to do when that doesn't work out? And you have to be prepared for that, because that's what's going to happen. Same way when that's you have to almost like plan for failure, because at least for me, failure happens 9 out of 10 times. So why, all these, people that you go take success seminars or whatever, they'll all tell you, oh, success, and here's how you tax shelter $1 million and everything. You don't have a pot to pee in, and they're telling you how to tax shelter $1 million. No, 9 times out of 10, you're going to fail. So you have to have plan B ready, because that shit you're doing probably won't work, but you're going to learn from that. And if you don't put your heart into it and follow it through, that's the way you grow. And for the next thing, that's another thing about not taking advice. Take my ideas, but then make it yours somehow. Hey, that sounds good. I think I could do it this way, whatever. Don't look for, checklists, and don't look for the magic formula, because your formula is different than anybody else's. And you start doing that magic formula, then you can't, because you're a person. You're different. You're unique. And what will happen for you will be different than anybody else. To me, it's sort of like making love with a cheat sheet. No, you have to put your heart into it. See, this is why I wear the hearts now. Nothing's going to happen if your heart's not in it. And that's the way you really make it happen. And that's how you enjoy every second of the hurt and pain, because you want to do it. Your heart is there. And that, I think, is the real grease in life, to make life easier to get through. It's a bitch. Life every day to me is a bitch. I mean, and the more if you take it apart, it is. And so you might as well be happy, because try something that you really want to do, then at least you have your heart in it. Because it's sort of like a bad date. You want your professional life to be like a bad date, and most of us that are working, it's like a bad date. The fellow, what was that? You read sales, that your job, and it's making you sick. Yeah, most people are working like that I know, that I run into. Doesn't have to be that way. If your heart's in, you find something. Now, you can't do it overnight. You can't click one thing off and put another one on. No, you have to work at it. Okay. And the main thing about working on it is not spending money. Don't go and spend $50,000 to get an MBA for something. No, how the hell do you want to do that? No. I was helping somebody on the phone the other day who wanted to get in the music business. And she needed $20,000, $30,000 for some trade school to get in the music business. I said, why? And she said, that she wanted to, that's the only way you get contacts and learn the skills. And yes, it is, but you'll be $20,000 more in debt and still won't have a job. I said, here's an interesting way to do it. Red said, they squeeze me and I need to make a change. I am sorry, I don't have the money. You don't need the money. Okay, here's what I advise her, and I thought this was brilliant, but maybe you won't. Okay, you start a blog. Okay, you don't need money to start a blog. You get a blog for like $20. Okay, it could be a video blog, it could be writing blog, it could be just an audio blog, like a podcast. You could do like, what is it? Podbeam. That's free every month. So you could do a podcast on Podbeam every week, every month. Okay, what your podcast is going to be on. Okay, how to get a job in the music industry. Okay, now you don't know anything about it, right? That's okay. What you start doing is calling people in the industry, or maybe all the radio stations where you live, and call them and ask them to be interviewed on your new podcast. I want to teach people how to join this industry. Okay, so really what you're doing is teaching you. So you can ask stupid questions because you're asking them, well, how do you become you? People love to talk about themselves. Or at least egotistical people like me, anyway, do. And you start doing this podcast, and you start dreaming, who can I call? And you get turned down a lot. That's okay. You just make 100 calls, and maybe you get 10 people to be on your podcast. You just get one at a time. Make 10, 20 calls, and you should get one. Or would you ever? Thank you for the wonderful advice. Oh, Fanny Bass, great. Have you ever come to New Mexico to interview officials here about programs in my state? They're the same all over. I mean, I do a one state report. For every state, I've done something now, and I spent about 2-3 years doing this, last 2 or 3 years, to give you the top 250 or 327 programs for your state. You know, and the links and video instructions and everything, and that's what I've done for every state, and that's there. And it you don't really have to know. You just have to someone believe it's there and start kicking around stones. And that's why what I do in Lesko Help, it's like this stuff, but I send you the websites. Okay, you don't know where to go here. Here's the website, contact them and say this, and that's what I do. I want that report, if you're please, in all due respect. Which report was that, please? I don't know what you mean. You mean the 34? Well, that's really for members. I mean, I give you one of them. Something. I mean, it's $20 to join. I mean, if that's a real issue, you could send me an email at Lesko. LeskoFreeRadio@gmail.com. Oh, you remember? Oh, good. Okay. Sorry. Oh no, who's that? Sales or? Yeah. Okay. BR1ZE23. Oh yes, I'll give you everything I have. And that's it. I'm going to sleep. Okay. Good night. You got to work hard tomorrow. It's something you don't like, which means you have to work twice as hard because you don't like doing it. If you love doing it, then you don't have to work hard, do you? Then it's fun. That's what I mean. I haven't worked in 40 years. Yeah. I rarely sleep. I love working, but it hasn't been a job for me. Programs in my state. Okay. How to get housing grants in Florida. Yes. Desi, if you're a member, I got lots of that stuff. If you're not a member, okay, a couple places you start with. Okay, it's HUD.gov. Okay, go there and find your local HUD housing counselor. They're free. Then what you want to do is go to your state housing finance authority. Okay. And the third thing I would do is your county office of Community Development. That's a start. I mean, I could do a custom research report for you that show you all the websites for your area, but that's where I would start, to do it. And that custom report is like $50, but you do that, or join Lesko Help, and I could help you more there too. And that's only $20. So there's options, but the important thing is that you believe that something is there. I have two friends. One is 68 who needs a vehicle. The other is 70 who wants to go home for his last family reunion. Do you have any suggestions where to go to help? Yeah, McPan, it depends. There are programs that give free cars, a whole bunch. If you're a member, I'll send you that report. If you're not, you could start with 211.org. And the other one for going home for the last family reunion, I mean, there's a number of ways to do that. One would be to look for emergency money. If you call your county government, I have a report on this too, like the 5 places to check for emergency money. And this is emergency, man. This is something that's very important for you. County Community Development Office. No. Yeah. So they have emergency assistant. When you call 211, when you go to 219, just say financial assistant. To me, that would also, for that's an interesting, uh, an interesting crowdfunding idea, both of those. But for that, what you need is, you gotta have somebody who has a list. If you're not on the internet a lot, not a lot of followers and stuff like that, then you have to have people with a list. So maybe you want to go and borrow somebody else's list. And what I would suggest is like nonprofits. Maybe there's a seniors center, or people that deal with seniors, and tell me, can you use their list and set up that crowdfunding campaign and use their list to look for donations to get that, to do that. But just don't, I mean, you could see, setting up a crowdfunding is free, so it doesn't matter if you fail. Know of any programs that help disabled vets? Yes. If you want it, if you're a vet, the best place to look for a vet program. Now, don't forget, vet programs are just a sliver of all the programs that are available to start a business. So it's silly to stop there, or only there. But here, if you want to know where veterans programs are, you want to go to your county, COUNTY, county. County Veteran Service Office. So that every county has one. So again, it'll be a .org or a .gov. Don't do anything unless it's a .org or .gov. Financial assistance in Detroit, lots. I mean, it's kind of gets stuck for words because I just know too much and can't make it simple. The two things I have simple now, I got one of the 34 courses, and then I have another one of about 30 or 40 little short videos that shows you the kinds of things that are everywhere. Okay. And that's the best thing I know. So if you're a member, I could send you those. If you're not a member, let's see, what the hell do I have? Try this. This is going to be gone soon, so you better try it fast. You want. EMERGENCY. Emergency cash. I need help with car repairs. Yes, I have that in my car report. And see, it's different everywhere, so it's hard to tell. One of the things that people don't realize, there's two things. One, there's National Highway Traffic Safety Commission. Okay, they have a report that all the recalls. So you want to call that 800 number and give them your VIN, and they see if your car has been recalled, and you get it for free. That's one thing that people don't know about. The other thing is that mechanic schools, the community colleges and things like that, look to work on cars for free. So you could get it free repair by students, sort of like, going to a student barber, kind of stuff. Let me see if that, okay, so if you don't want to join, let's go out. Yeah. Okay. Here, here's where you can get a free download. It tells you all the best places to start. www.free.lesko.com. Emergency cash, and that's all small letters. EMERGENCYCASH. Okay. You download that report, and you see the videos there explains all the best sources to start for all that stuff. Okay. Let's see. My sister is facing an eviction and wants to know what she can do and not do. Oh gosh, yeah. On her bun in the next year. Yeah, no, okay. Now, a lot of free help. Okay, what you want to do? Okay, here's where to start calling. 211. Call them up. You're facing eviction. Okay. The other thing is your state housing finance agency. I mean, see, they're always a little different names, and what they have is a little different depend on where you live. Every state is different, every city's county. But this is, if I was sitting in your shoes, these are the things I would go right away. 211 state housing financial assistance, and go here if she doesn't want to join Lesko Help. Then go to free.lesko.com and emergency cash. Okay. I mean, that's something she will know for everything else in her life that's going on too, because if she's obviously hurting for money, if she's not being able to pay mortgage or rent, so get assistance to try to get my grandmother who is in dementia stage and lights and gas bills are out of control. How do I? Yeah, okay. Yeah, a lot of help for that. Try 211. They have utility bills, and what do you want? Okay. Also, you want to find your local. You Google this local. So put in your county, let's say, put in your county, and then you're looking for area office on aging. Okay. Okay, that's a hotline they'll have, and they will help you with that. If that doesn't help, then see, there's always more, And so your county community development, they give grants to nonprofits in the area to solve problems like this, so they can help. You have to know how to spell county. And also, community development. Typing too fast for me, slow computer. Okay, and your elected official, congressman and senator. And remember, if you can't find any of those numbers or you need more help, call your local reference librarian. They know a lot about this stuff. And they're local. They probably had this question before, and could tell you where other people solve that problem. So that's always a good place to go. A lot of people don't think of looking there. Okay, guys. Wow, that's almost 50 minutes. I'm going to shut down. I got so much work to do. I got reports to do for people. And remember, if you don't hear from me, Lesko Help in 2 days, 48 hours, just start yelling at me. You could always start sending me nasty emails at and again, if you don't hear from me there in 2 days, just beat on me. I do a lot of stuff, and I'm finally turning the corner on figuring out the sustainability of this business, and I do most of it myself. So, but I like doing it myself because I really want to learn it all in the beginning, and I want to help as many people as I can before I die. So, helping you is very important to me, and if I have something on the top of my head that can help you, I have nothing better to do with my life than to give you that information. Okay, there's nothing I should do that's more important before I die than see that you get anything I have. Okay, Annie, where have you been? Michelle, my gosh, you're coming here. I'm about to go. Oh, wonderful. My son just came back from Burning Man, Misty, and so much in love. Uh, Wonderful. Okay, thank you for everything in all due respect. Thank you. Well, that's so nice to hear. Thank you for your nice fleet. Well, thanks, guys, and your kind words. Nothing is better for the soul than kind words, and I appreciate every letter of them. Believe me, I never thought I'd hear people say that about me. So thank you so much.